Now it's time for Reading is Magic. Today we have a story called Jazz Age Josephine, about the life of Josephine Baker. Josephine Baker was an American who lived in St. Louis back in the 1920s. She was a jazz singer and dancer, entertainer. Jazz, it's a kind of music. It's got a beat. J-A-Z-Z. Here's another book we'll be reading soon, too. This is about some of the other artists of Jazz Age. A lot of the famous musicians and singers from the Jazz Age. So look for that one, Jazz on a Saturday Night. Let's read about Josephine Baker. People, listen to my story about a girl named Josephine. People, listen to this story about a poor girl named Josephine. She was the saddest little sweetheart this side of New Orleans. Well, she was born up in St. Louis, and she grew up with those St. Louis blues. Yes, she was born in old St. Louis, and she grew up singing nothing but the blues. She had just one old ragged dress and a pair of worn-out old shoes. You see, the shack where she lived didn't have no heat. Things were sometimes so bad there wasn't nothing to eat. She slept down on the floor, newspapers for a sheet. Rats crawling all around, a-nibbling at her feet. "Josephine," her grandma said, "I've got a fairy tale for you. Josephine, oh Josephine, the story's about a girl like you. Someday you're gonna be a princess. You know what Granny says is true." That's so hard to believe in when the kids all act so cruel. To believe in fairy tales is so hard when the folks are cruel. Ain't nothing left to do but just pretend to be a fool. So Josephine made funny faces, stuck out her tongue and crossed her eyes. Yes, Josephine made funny faces, stuck out her tongue, bugged out her eyes, started right into a dance tent, and then to everyone's surprise, she did the grizzly bear, she did the turkey trot, she whipped right through the bunny hug, strutted through the camel walk. She did so many dance steps, it made the people holler, and when the dance was over, Josephine got paid $1. She kept dancing, and she never, ever got tired. She kept dancing, That girl, she never got tired, until one night when her whole world changed, the night St. Louis caught on fire. Well, there were white folks chasing black folks on the black folks' side of town. White folks screaming at the black folks and setting fire to their town, and the black folks kept on running while their homes burnt to the ground. So Josephine, she started running too. She started running on that night. Yes, she started running. She started running on that night. There had to be some better place where white folks treat you right. She ran all around the country with an old-time traveling show. Yes, she ran all around the USA with an outdoor traveling show, doing all her crazy dance steps till it was time to pack up and go. But the blues ran right behind her, all the way to old New York. Them nasty blues ran right behind her, till the world was cold and dark. She didn't have no friends or money, slept on a bench in Central Park. The blues are when you're really, really sad, and blues is also a type of music as well. She auditioned for this big show. They told her, "Beat it, kid." So she went out in the alley, bawled her eyes out, flipped her lid. The director, he took pity, called her name out, had a heart. He put her in the chorus line. That's how she got her start. "Josephine, oh Josephine, you know you're in the big time now. Josephine, oh Josephine, grown up and in the big time now, making people hoot and whistle every night you take your bow." Well, She wore big baggy pants. She wore black makeup on her face. Each night she wore those baggy pants, she wore what people called blackface. As much as all those white folks loved her, it was an insult to her race. That was it for Josephine. She'd made up her mind. She'd stop clowning for these folks and leave those blues behind. So she jumped on a boat that was headed for France. She was going to show those French folks how Americans dance. It was the jazz age now, year of 1925. Jumpin' jazz bands, sassy haircuts. Yes, the good times had arrived. Miss Liberty waved bye-bye as the boat sailed out to sea, and for the first time in her life, jazz-age Josephine felt free. Then, oh, look at New York, so there's the Statue of Liberty. Wow, she's in Paris. There's the Eiffel Tower. 1, 2, 3, hit it. Gay Paris, Josephine. Here's an act they've never seen. Bo-da-do-dee-do, bo-de-do-dee-do, do-dee-do. Bo-de-do-dee-do. Paris, France. Instant fame. Everybody knows her name. Bo-de-do-dee-do, bo-de-do-dee-do-do-do. This is funny. She wore a banana skirt. A skirt made out of bananas. She was a real clown sometimes. Boodle-em, 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 shake. Boodle-em, 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 shake. Zee-ba-dop-zoo, zee-ba-dop-zoo, zee-ba-dop-zow. Zop-zop-zop-a-dop-boop-bop-bow. Panther, camel, who's that, who? Ostrich, parakeet, kangaroo. Can she dance? That's a fact. Belly to belly and back to back. It's the shake, the shimmy, and the mess around. Nobody sleeps when she's in town. Can you sing? You'd sing too if everything you ever dreamed of suddenly just happened, like a beautiful song. How wonderful to be adored, like a princess, like a queen, and to glitter like a diamond, just the thrill of being seen, and known and loved by everyone you pass. How wonderful to be a star, to live in a palace, to give a goat and a tiger and a monkey as pets, to walk a cheetah named Chiquita through the boulevards of Paris, and yet, alas, here's Josephine with her cheetah named Chiquita. Oh, here's her monkey. Here's her dog. To long for the place where you were born, where you would never live again, imagining how it might have been not to be scorned for the color of your skin, not to be forced to run away, and yet, drum beats, bright lights, Josephine is the star tonight. Dressed to the hilt she is, singing a lilt about pretty little baby, that'll alla-lamma-whamma. Bye-bye, blackbird. She ain't singing the blues. She's got nothing to lose. Show after show, she's making a go of it, dancing the Charleston. Begging your pardon, ma'am. Manners and feathers and glittering diamonds. And here comes the end of this jazz fairy tale about Miss Josephine. Dun-da-da! Let's see if we can find something else that begins with J. Josephine kept lots of pets, and she had a monkey. So let's see. I found a monkey in the magic bag today. And this one does something that begins with J. He jumps. J-U-M-P. Jump. Let's see if we can get him to jump very well for us. Wow. Yay! There he goes. See you next time.